Hello children, today we will know about the seasons of our country. Usually we recall seasons as three, but based on the movements of these monsoons, it can be categorized as four. As you are seeing on the board, one is winter, summer, advancing monsoons and retreating monsoons. So advancing monsoons and retreating monsoons is something different than what we usually know about the seasons. That we will learn or know. Let us first try to recall certain points in winter as well as summer. So we know very well winter seasons immediately after rainy season that we come across as lot of showers and there was continuous pourings during rainy season. All the humidity in the air is being poured down in the form of rains. Now the clouds seems to be very clear. The skies are clear and gradually temperatures falling down and down, and the temperatures becomes too extreme low that it starts very bitter cold and dry. So that is what about winter season. So it starts from the month of November to February, and it is coldest month we see is January as the coldest month of the year, and it may be temperatures will be falling down average if you just see 10 degrees Celsius. Some places which are very close to water bodies, their temperatures may not be falling to this extent, but the lands very inside in the continent or the country, that means the very interior lands will be having a great effect of falling down temperatures to extreme, okay, like Delhi. And the temperature seems to be very cold in the northern hemisphere compared to southern hemisphere. Why? Northern hemisphere is situated in temperate zone and southern hemisphere is in the tropical zone, and moreover it is covered with water bodies. So in southern hemisphere, because it is surrounded with water bodies, they are continuously receiving the warm breezes which keeps the southern part of India warm, not very high temperatures, little protective way from this very cold temperatures. Okay children, and yes, in the coastal regions obviously the temperatures are quite moderate temperatures, as we have seen in climographs. Chennai seems to be not very cold, that is because of the water bodies. Yes, and if you just see in slide number 1, just look into slide number 1. Are you seeing the map which are being drawn lines of same temperatures? Can you name them? What are these lines are? Yes, these are counter lines. Do you remember children, from 6th and 7th onwards you are learning these counter lines? That means these all are the places which have the same temperatures, like 10 degrees Celsius, 15 degrees Celsius. This is 20 degrees, 25 degrees. So these are the places which are connected and drawn line. These all places do have the same type of temperatures, and you can just think about the latitudes. As I have said, latitudinal extent differs the temperature. Just see in the southern part, as it is closer to equator, 25 degrees it seems, as it is moving upwards direction, that means 10 degrees. That means as latitude increases, temperature decreases. See, this is the better example for that. Yes or no? Right. Now if you please come back to the board. Have you seen the map of winter temperatures? Yes. So overall, sky will be very clear. Low humidity. Why low humidity? Because already just done with rainy season, all the humidity is lost because of complete precipitated. Okay, and the breezes are very cold breezes we'll be getting, and yes, there is a possibility of cyclonic depressions. Cyclonic depressions, as we have learned in your grade 9, also different types of rainfall. Cyclonic rainfalls most probably will come across during this winter months because of the depressions over the oceans. That this point again we will be learning when we go through this part, because we will look into the slides and you will be having much more detailed explanation about this cyclone depressions. Okay children, and yes, as we see, the cyclonic depressions is not only in the southern part of India, but also we can see that depression seems to be affected even in the northern part of India, especially Mediterranean Sea. Where is Mediterranean Sea? It is situated between Europe and Africa. Do you remember that? Yes, Mediterranean Sea is in the middle of, okay, the one north part of Mediterranean Sea is Europe and southern part of Mediterranean Sea is Africa. So there Mediterranean Sea, because of the great depressions over there, that will be having effect, and the winds will be moving towards India, and that will be having effect over northern part of India especially, and leads to rains, and that will be because of the cyclonic depressions also. Okay, so because of the cyclonic depressions over the Mediterranean Sea, I will explain you cyclonic depressions also will happen, come across over here. Yes, see, in the retreating monsoon also we are going to learn about the cyclonic depressions. This cyclonic depressions during winters, which is affected the northern part of India, that is because of the cyclonic depressions took place over Mediterranean Sea. And here cyclonic depressions we will learn that which is affected over Bay of Bengal. Okay children, so this is different and this is different. So overall cyclonic depressions are very common thing, okay, but here whatever the depressions that affected over Mediterranean Sea, that winds will be moving towards India, okay, because yes, so moving towards India, and you know, there will be a changes of climatical conditions, or you can say leads to the heavy rainfall to the northern part of India, and these winds are called as western disturbances. Whatever the depressions over Mediterranean Sea have effect over the different regions of northern part of India, and this cyclonic rainfall is found in northern part of India. Is you know, these disturbances are actually called as western disturbances, because the Mediterranean Sea is situated to the western part of world map, right? So that is what it is called as western disturbances. And usually in winter season, what kind of cropping pattern we have? Yes, that is Rabi crop. Yes children, Rabi crop. And do you remember trade winds? Trade winds will move from land to sea. That also I will explain you, okay, when we just go through this retreating monsoons. Okay children, how these winds are moving from land to sea, because already some examples given over here, but that will be very detailed. We will just discuss about that. Now let us see into summer season. Okay, summer season is most probably starting increasing the temperatures from the month of April, and it will continue till month of June, and until mid of June slowly rainy season starts, and initially it starts with showers, and whatever before entering of this rainy season, whatever the showers of rains we get, and that is called as pre-monsoon showers. What it is called as? Pre-monsoon showers. So because maybe it is found this pre-monsoon showers in the first week of June, or maybe last week of May, or you know, before arrival of rainy season, right? And these showers are also called as mango showers, because after this showers mangoes will ripen. Okay, it will be ripened and we will get very tasty mangoes. Okay, so that winds are not winds, showers, right? So these pre-monsoon showers have that great importance. And here during summers we see kind of dry winds and waves of heat that what we experience. So that is that hot winds are called as loo. Okay, and yes, overall sometimes this extreme heats will be little suppressed away by certain rains will occur during the time of summer. What are those rains called as? Convectional rainfall. You have learned in your grade 9, right? So those are called as convectional rainfall. Because of extreme heat, we now and then get convectional rainfalls, and which makes the temperatures little calm down. It gets little submissive over the high temperatures. Okay, children, and slowly this mango showers will be started pouring down, and in that way gradually the arrival of monsoon starts, and which is called as bursting monsoons. What it is called as? Bursting monsoons. The first showers, and which is bursting out the monsoons, or you can say whatever this pre-monsoons showers is also called as bursting monsoons, which are also called as mango showers, especially in Andhra, Telangana, these regions. Mangoes get ripened because of this rains, it seems. Okay, so it is also called as mango showers in southern part of India. Otherwise, it is called as bursting monsoons. Means what? The utmost starting of the monsoon season, that means rainy season, and that can be even termed as advanced monsoons. The rainy season which arrives, nothing but called as advancing monsoons. Advancing monsoons means what? The winds which is entering into India, okay, by bringing lot of rains. Actually these winds, whatever these winds are entering, they are nothing but they are trade winds. If you remember in grade 9 also you have learned pressure belts. Do you remember? Yes. These winds which are entering into India are nothing but they are trade winds. The arrival of these winds into India bring lot of showers, and this because of this movement of winds into India changing the season, so these winds are actually called as monsoons. Actually, this word was being given by Arab traders. Generally, the people were having a good trade with India. Especially these Arab traders do have observed this. These winds are entering into India and giving rains. So they have termed as Mausam. Mausam means nothing but season, which is changing the season from summer to rainy. These winds. So that is the reason these are called as, from Mausam the word has come and it is called as monsoons. So monsoon winds are of two types. Okay, the type of monsoons what we are getting and giving rains, okay, those are called as southwest monsoons. They are called as southwest monsoons. If you remember, as you have learnt in your grade 9, we just see this is south part of India. Okay, actually the trade winds are supposed to go like this. Okay, that means from where they are going, from where they are coming from south east direction, they are moving towards northwest direction. Actually they are supposed to go like this, but why they are converting towards India and moving? So these winds which are coming like this, they are moving towards India, and okay, they are moving from southwest direction. So major part of the winds entering into India from southwest direction to India. So that is the reason these winds are called as southwest monsoons. Which monsoons are entering into India? Southwest monsoons. Southeast monsoons. They are coming from where? They are coming from southeast and diverting into India entering into India from south and west. So southeast monsoons when entering into India, they are entering from southwest direction to India. So major of the winds are entering from southwest to India. So these winds are called as southwest monsoons. So overall these monsoons have two branches, children. Are you seeing the arrow marks I have put? One is this is the branch which is moving from Arabian Sea to India. Another branch of this monsoons entering from Bay of Bengal. So how many branches are there of this advanced monsoons? Two branches. One is Arabian branch, okay, which is entering over the Arabian Sea to India, taking lot of humidity from here and giving rains. And the winds which are coming over from this Bay of Bengal and directly entering into India, they are called as Bay of Bengal branch. So most probably the winds which traveled for long till Arabian Sea and collected lot of humidity then entered into India, these winds will give the huge amount of rainfall. So very famously these advanced monsoons are termed as southwest monsoons, but this actually the monsoons are of two branches. One is Arabian branch and Bay of Bengal branch. Okay, so you can say southwest monsoons can be or of two branches. One is Arabian branch and one more is Bay of Bengal branch. Did you understand? Now you please look into the slide. Now if you just see in your slide, what you are seeing? Yes, so you are seeing that the pressures are very low over where? Over north part of India. That means you can say that is Tibetan region. Okay, children. So are you seeing the two branches in this slide? If you see, there are two branches. One arrow mark is drawn from Arabian Sea, another arrow mark is drawn from Bay of Bengal. So these are the two branches. Why these winds are moving to India? Why? Because of low pressures are created. Because during till these winds entered, there was summer season over India. Yes or no? There was summer season. Immediately after summer season, we are getting rains. Yes or no? So during summers, there was a great low pressure was being developed over Tibetan region and over this Indo-Gangetic plain. Where is Indo-Gangetic plain? That is Uttar Pradesh region. You can just see that is Uttar Pradesh region. Not only Uttar Pradesh region, children, foot of Himalayas. Okay, you can say foot of Himalayas, that is complete Bihar, Uttar Pradesh, okay, and more extent till Delhi. Okay, these are all Indo-Gangetic plains, and that effect of these low pressures will affected till the extent of India. That means Indo-Gangetic plain. Because of this low pressures, what happened? All the winds which are blowing, the trade winds are which are coming from where? Do you remember the pressure belts? Yes. Trade winds which are coming from subtropical high pressure belt. Do you remember? So the winds which are coming towards India, they are actually from high pressure and they are moving towards low pressure, obviously. So the winds which are moving, the trade winds, they got attracted towards this low pressure. If you remember, children, always winds blow from high pressure to low pressure, just like water. Like how water will be flowing from highly elevated land to wherever there is a slope. Yes or no? In the same way, air also, that means atmosphere also, always winds will be blowing from high pressure to low pressure areas. As these trade winds were blowing and they were moving through these water bodies, they are very high pressure winds, trade winds, right? So these trade winds are high pressure winds and they got attracted towards low pressure. That is the reason, as you have seen these arrow marks, they are got attracted towards this Tibetan region and blowing over India and giving huge amount of rainfall. But unfortunately, if you see, when there is advanced monsoons arrive to India, some south parts of states will not be receiving any much rainfall. Like see Tamil Nadu coast, that is Coromandel coast, will not be receiving good amount of rainfall. Okay children. Now please come back to the board. So as you have seen in this slide number 3, you have got to know that how do these winds and why do these winds are attracted towards India, because of its low pressures, as if some kind of pull. Right. Now let us see about retreating monsoons. What are these retreating monsoons? We never heard about this, right? I will say the monsoons or the winds, the advanced winds which are moving to the interior part of India. As they are moving inside to India, they are giving good amount of rainfall, and as they have done with giving the complete rainfall, now they became empty. Are you children? Are you understand? So now these all winds which they are blowing towards India or the interior part or towards the Tibetan region, till there they are blowing again. Once they have given the complete humidity in the form of rains, they again come back. Okay, when they are coming back, what happens? Some another winds will be going and occupying over India. So that is what called as retreating monsoons. Retreat. The winds which moved, those winds are moving back. Now these winds do not have any humidity in them. Then how do these retreating monsoons have their effect over India? That we will see in slide number 4. This in your slide number 4. Yes. This is what the slide number 4. Now what is happening is, as gradually whatever the rains has been poured away, okay, over India, as you have seen in advanced monsoons, the complete rain they have received. Now winds are coming from north part of Asia. That means these winds are from land to sea. Are you understanding children? In the previous slide what you have seen, the winds are from sea to land and they are giving rains. But in this slide what you are seeing is the winds which have their origin, okay, over which part? Over subtropical high pressures, and they are moving towards water bodies. Why? Because whatever the low pressure can be experienced previous slide, now low pressures created over the water bodies. Did you understand? Low pressures always, high pressures moving towards low pressure. Why these winds are moving towards ocean bodies? Because now it is experiencing low pressures over the oceans. So that is the reason the winds from Tibetan region, or you can say Arctic Circle, from there the winds are blowing towards India also. Okay, and gradually what is happening? These winds are moving towards ocean. Okay, so these winds are called as retreating monsoons. And when they are moving towards oceans, what is happening? These winds are very cold, and over oceans the pressures are very low. Pressures are low means what? Temperatures are high. When these water bodies are warm and when it is come across with cold winds which are coming from high pressure belts, which leads to a kind of depressions occurs over the seas, especially Andaman Nicobar Island, that means in Bay of Bengal. And when there was a depression, cyclonic depressions being raised, will leads to cyclonic rainfall in India. Did you understand children? So this is what I was trying to explain you all, that what is land to sea and sea to land. Now you please come back to the board. Do you remember that I have said I will be explaining you what is this land to sea? What is land to sea? The winds which are coming from Tibetan region, they are moving towards ocean bodies because low pressures are being created over the water bodies. and always winds moves from high pressure to low pressure. And when they are moving from cold regions to these oceans, okay, to these oceans, what happens? Here already there was a low pressures, that means the temperatures are warmer, and what happens? The warm temperatures over the oceans, and the winds which are coming from Tibetan region, they are very cold. They are coming from Arctic Circle from there, right? High pressures. So they bring very cold winds, and you can say they are very speedy and with great speed, and they are completely dry and blizzard winds. Okay, when they move towards ocean, what happens? Because of opposite temperatures, right? Warm temperatures over oceans, and these are cold winds which leads to cyclonic depressions over Bay of Bengal, and that will be affected very badly in Andaman region and leads to cyclone, and that happens during what months? During October and November. And you try to observe during this October and November months, because of these cyclonic depressions. Why the cyclonic depressions happens? Because of the moons which are coming from Tibetan region. They are very cold and high pressure winds towards oceans, because over oceans there is low pressure, and because of warm winds over oceans and cold winds which are coming from Tibetan leads to depressions, and leads it will be affected in the form of cyclone. And whenever cyclone happens, what happens? There will be air currents. Yes or no? The vertical movement of winds, which leads to air currents and leads to rainfall. And always, every year, we will be having this kind of destructive rains. You can say these are the destructive rains, right? Cyclonic rainfall will be a very destructive rainfall, and coastal regions, especially Andhra, Tamil Nadu, these all coastal regions, now they will receive good amount of rainfall and lot of destruction also. I have said, do you remember that Tamil Nadu and southern part of coastal Andhra, they will not receive much rainfall during the time of advanced monsoons. Now these two regions will be getting good amount of rainfall during this retreating monsoons, but what is the bad thing is that they will be always facing lot of destruction. There is not even a single year that there was no cyclone during this period at all. Little late, but there will be a cyclone for the sure. So that is what the retreating monsoons. When these winds are moving back like this, what are these winds are? Yes, these are moving from land to sea. Okay, when they are moving to land to sea, they are the winds, whatever the winds which are moving from land to sea, they have the cyclone, and again they will start prevailing over India by bringing winter season. Yes or no? By bringing winter season. And what about this advancing monsoons, the winds are blowing from sea to land, and whereas retreating monsoons are the winds which are from land to sea, immediately connected to the winter season. These winds which are coming from Tibetan region, they are very bitter cold winds. After whatever the cyclones happens, the winds will enter into India, then we will have winter season. Do you understand, children? So this is what about retreating monsoons. And especially when this retreating is happening, the winds which are coming back to oceans, during that time we can see the skies are completely clear, very clear skies. Because of very clear skies, temperatures gradually increasing. Okay, hot wetlands, because rainy season done, no? So wetlands are there, but it is again hot. And whatever, because of this clear skies, temperatures increasing, because temperatures increasing, again whatever the winds which are retreating out, again they will enter into India. Did you understand? Whatever the retreating is coming like this to Bay of Bengal, that will enter into India. Why they will enter into India? Because again temperatures are gradually increasing. But when these winds are entering into India, they bring lot of dryness and lot of bitter cold. So this is how winter season starts. and whatever the, because of this clear skies, whatever the high temperatures, that is mostly specifically we can see in the month of October, and that heat is called as October heat. And this heat is not at all good. You should not be exposed directly to the sun. You need to apply some kind of moisturizer or sunscreen lotion to your body, but still we can see this heat is not at all safe for anybody. So we cannot directly expose to sun during this month. Okay children, so did we cover everything? Yes, as I have said, affected deltas. Coromandel coast means what? Coastal region of Andhra Pradesh, okay, and all the Coromandel coast, even Sundarbans also will be affected. Sundarbans means Ganga Brahmaputra delta. Yes, so that region also will be very badly affected because of the cyclonic depressions. Did you understand children? So this is all about seasons. Very simple topic, but very logical topic also. We need to think very logically, the winds, how they are moving, how it is affected, and that is the reason. See, we all have discussed about the reasons also, that why it is advancing and why it is, you know, retreating. So beautiful slides we had, and we could have a very clear information about the seasons. So by this we'll wind up the class for today, and we'll come up for the next extended of topic of climate India in the next class. Okay children, thank you.